good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign with a belated, a late entry tonight, evening chaps, as we've been having a few technical difficulties, mostly on my end, some human error, some Windows updates, some not human error, some technical issues, and then we had a power cut at Marshall's end, so it's all been going off behind the
Rock
scenes.
and roll.
This is how we do it. Roll on one, roll on two. And finally, let's jump in then with tonight's session. So before we start today, thank you guys for tuning in, first of all, and sticking with us despite our tardiness today. So first of all, in terms of shameless plugs.
Shameless plug!
So we have one for sure. Guys, jump in if you have any others. But first shameless plug we have today is if you're on our Discord. Well, firstly, if you aren't on our Discord, shame on you. Go and join our Discord. There, you'll see the link to it just appearing on the little our little window on the left of your screen. It should appear in a slide or two, and that you can join that. But one of the many things that we have on our Discord server, as well as an abundance of channels and chats and things, and memes, as well as those, all of these great stuff, we also have our own custom emojis. Now, some of them we've got as badges and stuff on Discord for subscribers, but we also have ones now exclusively on our Discord as well. Just a bit of fun with myself and the guys here, or the players, like we kind of take some snapshots and make some emojis out of them. And we have a new addition, being that of the man himself, of Bart Crisp, Bart there, who his one is the clap Bart emoji, which is him clapping. It's like outstanding, or any other kind of applause you want to do. Why just do the emoji hands when you can have a whole Bart clapping for you, or at least the top half of a Bart clapping for you? Think about it. Anyway, so yeah, if you're on our Discord, please use that merrily, unabashedly, and to your heart's content.
Not clapping that one. I'm definitely not clapping that.
You can cough, maybe, just, one cough on its own. Yeah, and then secondly, second thing.
Shameless plug!
This is a bit premature because it's not all set in stone completely yet. However, keep a note in your diary for the end of September. Working date is the 30th of September. That's a Wednesday, to be affirmed. But I'll let you I'll let you in more about that when we get closer to the time. But we're going to be having a very special one-off stream, obviously aside from our main campaign, because that will be on the Monday night. But on Wednesday, myself am teaming up with some D&D creators and collaborators and the rest from the UK, from beyond. I think we've got quite a few Americans involved as well. We're all coming together to do a kind of collaborative one-shot game, which I'll be a player in rather than the DM, so that should be nice. But it's, anyway, a lot of fun. We've got some very interesting ideas with that, and also it's just a great way of just different people coming together because of their love of the great game, as it were. So yeah, 30th of September. I'll give you more details when we get closer to the time on that, but there's your teaser for you for that. That aside, unless you guys have anything to add, I think we are ready to jump in with tonight's session. Yeah, everyone good? Everyone ready?
Yep, hit it.
All right, let's go. So let's kick off then with tonight's edition here on Slice and Dice. And we are back. So, guys, last time here in the Manylands campaign, so you guys, after having a night's sleep, following your investigation and happening upon, it seems that some kind of abduction has been taking place in Hillburg over the last few days. Various small folk have gone missing, which seems very strange, but you have deduced that the only thing that links the people that are missing so far is that they are diminutive, they're small or child-sized, and they are potentially linked with the Moonrunners, the clandestine group of thieves and smugglers that have a base of operations outside of Hillburg. Now you actually managed to catch a cat, which is in of itself an achievement. But this was no ordinary cat. This cat was in fact a member of the Moonrunners, it seems, in disguise, who says their name is Cat. Actually, on that subject, should have mentioned that today, fun fact, is hashtag Black Cat Appreciation Day. And will the black cat that you caught be good luck for you guys? I guess we'll find out. Just had to throw that in there because obvious synergy there. Anyway,
I'm guessing.
thank you. So you woke up in the morning in your new abode, and Malar was first to awaken, hearing a knocking at the door. As it turned out, it was the new housekeeper who you have yet to meet, but had left you guys a humble bundle, if you will, in your kitchen the day before. Sorry, there's too many puns. I can't deal. Now, Malar, being based on your adventures so far and facts of people not being who they appear to be, was immediately suspicious of this elderly lady, and because he rolled a natural 1 on his insight, was very suspicious of this old lady. And the rest, it took the rest of you calming him down to make him see that actually no, this is just genuinely the housekeeper. She brought documentation and proof of her person, as well as just making breakfast for all of you. You then were joined later on by Fleeting from upstairs, and Neris from across the town came and joined you as well. After you guys coming together, you then decided on your course of action for the day, because you were due to meet with the Moonrunners in the evening, and in preparation for that, you wanted to do some research into various things. So Malar went to hit the books in the temple, researching into manticores, as his sending spell to one of the abductees said something about manticores playing tricks on him. So feeling that manticores were involved and wanted to know more about them, so you did a bit of research into that, mostly finding sort of stuff based in myth rather than concrete evidence of them being in and around Burikrin. So it seems strange that they're here. Brucon went and investigated and hit the books himself in the council chambers, looking into giants, eagles, and the like, and where they would nest. And you found quite a lot of information on that. And one thing that piqued Brucon's interest was, aside from the giant eagles and giant birds, he found a beaten tome speculating about the existence of bird people somewhere in the mountains who form a sort of monastic cloister of sorts, a monastic clan somewhere in the mountains, which, again, so that's obvious, has some obvious interest to our dwarven monk. And apparently the place they were based is called the Eyrie, though the location of that is unknown. There was a crudely drawn map in the book, however, and so, you could possibly use that to help in your research if you know a good cartographer, and it just so happens that you do, as they are part of your group. So Brucon kept the book for now, although he does have to return it eventually, because they don't really loan books out at the council chambers. But you two then sort of exchanged notes. Meanwhile, Sef and Leobrin went to Bits and Pieces, the clothing shop and general goods store, where Belle Quigley, the gnome whose brother Bantam had been abducted by these giant eagles, supposedly, the evening before, was, and you were going to talk to her ahead of the meeting with the Moonrunners. You also wanted to see if you could get her help in using her as bait, perhaps, to lure out these things, or otherwise just have her cooperate with you in trying to figure out and potentially thwart any more abductions. So you went to her, you went and talked to her. She was pretty receptive to your demands. It was very cooperative. And you also learned a bit more while you were there that the tree in the centre of this building is not in fact a tree, because Leobrin's detect magic revealed that this was a magical tree. And in fact, you ascertained, due to the type of magic that was being exuded from it and from questioning Bell with this evidence, that in fact this was not in fact a tree, but a staff that turns itself into a tree, that can be turned into a tree, and that they use that magical staff to hang their wares. It's a very practical use of that skill, obviously. So with Bell on board and with Brucon and Malar with their new information, you go to meet together in the marketplace. Sef also bumps into Grunt, the bouncer from Flaming Jack's, which is now obviously burned to the ground, as he has only just arrived back from his courier mission for Sef, delivering supplies, basilisk parts, to Calas. So he's just arrived back and let you know what's going on, and Sef also let him know that Flaming Jack's is burned down, so now he's looking for more work. But as you guys have gathered together, Leobrin, you may cast your mind back to the previous evening, because when you were using detect magic on the cats, you also noticed something that you weren't expecting. First of all, that Sef was using magic, and secondly, that the magical medallion, which you'd always seen before, was in his pockets, and you were very much aware that this won't leave his person. Even when he's tried to get rid of it, or Malar's tried to get rid of it, it's then come back to him. But you did also notice that now it's no longer in his pocket, but in fact hanging from his neck, underneath his scarf. So none of the others could see it, but due to your magicalness and your detect magic skills, you could see that plain as day. Which does leave an open question. Leobrin, though, has so far at least been subtle and has not, as far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong, Marshall, but I don't think Leobrin's mentioned it to anyone yet.
We've been busy.
Yeah, there's stuff going on, of course. And speaking of busy and distracting things, obviously Fleeting Look, who it's another of your party who's now meeting with you as well, with Neris, equally has come back with something new. A giant capybara, to be exact. A giant capybara with horns, which is his new steed, which has taken you all a bit by surprise. But, anyway, there's a few questions surrounding Fleeting and Sef. Why weren't they at the funeral of Aunt Argentia only the previous night? Why were they late coming to that? And obviously with this knowledge now, where did he get that steed from? Why is Sef's medallion up there? How is he casting spells? All these are questions that, may be answered. So we're going to turn the clocks back a couple of days, 3 days actually, to be precise, to back when, Sef, you are looking to... You've got some downtime after everything that's happened with Damon and Flaming Jacks and the rest of it, and you've got a couple of days to kill ahead of the funeral. What is it that you wanted to do?
Cool. I'm skipping town.
Alrighty then.
Just leaving.
Skipping town with Horsey, presumably.
With horses. I think I left the church after they just told us that they can't restore the statue, and that was the last party saw me before we just went to leave. That's
right, and obviously Fleeting Look accompanied you because, as your best friend, you don't need to cast a spell on him because clearly you have a spell over him already, and he just follows you wherever you go, pretty much. So, and in fact, as you,
I'm sort of like. I'm just going to say, Fleeting's like, stay Fleeting. You don't need to come.
But I do.
You don't even have a horse. Look, I'm going horse. I'm going that way. Too long to buy you a horse.
No, I can get a horse.
Well, I'm going
I'll
to be leaving
find
pretty
one.
soon.
Okay. I can find one.
Okay. You do that. I'll.
Are you not coming with me?
Sure. Let's go find you a horse.
I mean, I don't think we'll find one here. We'll have to go outside.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. So, he continues in exactly the same direction you were heading, towards the main gate. Heads out the gates. As you go out there, you see a single figure pulling a little caravan behind him, and he stops at seeing you. This figure, clearly in these burlap robes, but on top of that, a lot more recognizable is some chainmail armor that looks far too big for this individual. It looks like, in fact, this wasn't made for him at all. And then, if that wasn't enough, you hear the recognizable voice of the elderly man, Phil the trader. Oh, hello there! Have you
Hello.
come to buy some potions?
Yes. Bill, right?
That's right. Don't wear it out, Phil the trader.
Oh, Phil. Sorry. Thought you were Bill.
No, Phil's my brother. I haven't seen him for 3 years.
Good to see you. So, in your wares, that's a mining pick.
Oh, yes, we have. I have a mining pick myself. Yes, I can sell you that, sir. No problem at all.
Yes, I will take that. Perfect. How much?
Oh, for that, sir, it's 1 gold piece.
Sorry, and you sell potions as well, don't you?
I sell mostly potions by trade. I've had potions for...
Can you tell me what that? Let me guess. 3 year.
No, we've been selling potions for generations.
Can you tell me what this potion is? And I'm going to take out the potion I stole from some guy about 2 weeks ago.
This was the potion that you stole from the halfling, who we've now found in present day is one of the people who's been abducted and was talking about manticores, Hugo.
And
yes, you stole a potion
from him. And I stole from him, so I don't care if he comes back. But
so rather than play this all out, as amusing as this will be, because I know we've talked about this already, you present him the potion. Phil, at first, being a wily mercantile type, tries to fool you that this is a potion of wind, but after your good nature, as you offer him a lot of money for the he offers you a lot of money for the potion, but you in good faith, saying about your good working relationship, and the rest of it, he does cave and reveals that in fact what you have is a potion of flying, and he couldn't in good conscience take it from you under this misapprehension. He reveals that you have a potion of flying, and he gives you the pickaxe gratis because he feels bad about everything that happened.
He was about to steal it if I didn't roll well on an insight check.
Exactly, yeah.
Liar.
You'd also did a persuasion check as well, and he was like, yeah, all right, I'll tell you everything.
Oh, yeah.
In addition, though, at the end of that exchange, he offers you his prized possession. My prized possession, the potion of hill giant strength, for 50 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, sir. I'll have to find another cherry piece for my stall. Looks like I've got to do the mine.
Haggling is for people who are not good at stealing.
Yes, exactly.
I've already stolen the health potion from this guy in the past. I owe him one.
Well, I'll have to go and get more wares, sirs. I haven't got a regular supplier of potions, as they're They don't really go off, so I don't need to get them that often. But I'll have a look around and see what other bargains I can find. I'll see you soon enough.
Thank you for letting me know what my potion was.
No problem. But this guy is secretly the BBEG. The Phil the Trader is the bad guy all along. Could happen. Could happen. Anyway, he bids you good day and heads on into the town. Meanwhile, while this exchange has been going on, Fleeting Look has gone into the sort of the grasslands to your right, sort of to the west, just near to where the farm is actually, and he starts casting a spell. You didn't realize this was happening as you were having the conversation. Anyway, you see the end product as out of the trees, the tree line of Half-Light Forest emerges what can only be described as a giant guinea pig with antlers. This is, of course, the giant capybara, and he points at it to you. It's a medium creature. But it's in the same way as a mule. It's got it can carry. It has the carrying capacity of a large creature, so it can function as a steed. For Fleeting Look, it's also on his character sheet now. Anyway, he points to it, seeing you looking at it. I found a horse.
I left you alone for 5 minutes, and you bring back a mutated donkey.
No. It's a capybara. They're from home.
Where I'm not going to question it.
I think it's best.
Yeah. Okay, so you're coming.
Yep. I'll go anywhere with you, best friend. And he points to the hat that he's wearing, the tricorn hat with the horns, with the holes cut out for his horns.
Fine. You and me, we're going.
Where are we going?
You got to promise not to tell the others.
Okay.
Promise on being best friends that you won't tell the others.
Make a persuasion check, but with advantage.
Do I just always have advantage against Fleeting?
I mean, you know, pretty much.
Fantastic. Rolled an 8 and a 10. So persuasion, 16.
16. I mean, he, after a moment, puts out his hand and clasps yours. Yes, I promise. But it's Fleeting Look. He's very hard to read.
Because a promise broken between best friends means they can never be best friends again.
Okay.
Oh my god, I can't read you more than I can read Dan.
Yes. Okay, that's good. Yes.
Right, we're going to Flaming Jack's. We're going to the underground cellar there.
Okay.
I'm going to go talk to the voice that we met the first time.
Oh, that's the one you talked to, isn't it? With the...
Yep, that's the one.
Right. Okay.
Let's go.
And just nods.
We're going to travel by day to get there as fast as we can.
Probably a good idea. So the voice has been talking to you over the last few days, as you know. We had other things going on, but he was there in the background, the voice, teasing you. Yep. He'd been... And actually, as you start on the road, heading in the direction of Flaming Jack's, his voice comes into your head again, or their voice comes into your head again. Yes, Sef. Good. I shall see you soon. Don't forget what I promised you.
And you start going a little bit faster.
Better make it here before dark, for your friend's sake.
Are we on track to make it there before dark?
You are, yes, yeah. I mean, you can get there quicker if you really pedal to the metal. Unfortunately, although you're riding a horse, which is relatively quick, the capybara is not as fast. It still moves about 40 feet per round, but it's not as fast as the horse. So you have to wait for Fleeting a little bit.
He can magically summon a horse, and he chooses a guinea pig.
Yep. Anyway, several hours pass by. This is because you left relatively early that day, and going along the road on the way there, you pass a few traders. There's nothing particularly out of the ordinary here, but you do hear whispers amongst the people that do go past, sort of noting about this flaming ruin, with smoking ruin that was once the pub there. Clearly word has gone around about that. I mean, it's quite obvious when you go past, the whole place is burned down. Ooh, how dramatic. But other than that, you don't spot anything out of the ordinary, no giant eagles flying around or anything like that. And you arrive at the ruins of Flaming Jacks. Now, Fleeting found the cellar before, after the amongst the wreckage with Cali Shallows, so he can find it again relatively straightforward to find it. And he kind of opens the door and says, "This way."
Yep, we're going all the way in.
Okay. After you.
Yep, so I'm going to go in. So there's a big cavern when we go through the tunnel, isn't it? And then it's the secret passage on the right that led to the statue in the secret room.
Yes, well remembered. So where is it you're trying to get to, sorry?
Going towards the statue.
The fish
I don't think we ever closed the passageways and such like that.
Yeah, that's right, you didn't. There's all the barrels and stuff that are blocking it, but with Fleeting alongside with you and his current strength, you can move all that stuff aside pretty quickly. And you can get back into it. Now, I was going to make you roll a history check to see if you can remember your way around, but you got there. You've just recited back to me where you're going, so fine. You know where you're going. I'll accept that. You head inside and down towards the fish-eyed statue. It immediately makes you feel a bit uncomfortable when you see it. It seems to stare at you with these cold, bulbous, unblinking eyes of this statue. You swear, though, every time you move that it follows you. It's kind of like one of those pictures that you see that it looks like they're looking at you.
I'm glad it's an unblinking statue. If it starts blinking, I will be more concerned.
Yeah, that's probably wise. So, as you get close to this statue and regard it, you hear this voice, very slightly different to the one, to the voice that you normally hear, saying, where is it? It says, "Mix the blood, take the power. Mix the blood, take the power." And this, you notice this fish-eyed humanoid, fish-like humanoid in these priestly robes, has its hands outstretched with a little bowl and purplish liquid inside that bowl.
It was saying mix the blood, wasn't it?
Yeah, mix the blood, take the power.
I'm going to start to walk towards it going, "Hello? Other voice?"
You hear the original voice.
Oh, good. I was about to turn around and say, "Fleeting, not you."
Good point. You hear the original voice pipe in. "Don't be fooled, Sef. This is not... That is not for you. That is for the unwilling followers. If you wish to be my champion, to get the power you've always craved, then you need to come to the altar, where you saved your friend before."
And being your champion, what does that mean?
It means a power which you cannot possibly fathom at this point. It means It means that I will give you strength that you have always coveted but never possessed. It means that you will be able to do the things and be the person that you've always wanted to be, but have been shackled to this point by your mortal frame. I may call in a favor from time to time, but every bargain has its price, does it not?
You said about unwilling followers in the past. No one gives without wanting. Followers, what you want is what do you want here?
What do I want with you, you mean?
Yeah.
I see a potential in you, Sef. I see what needs to be carried out in this world needs to be done by someone of this world. I, however, am not, but that does not mean I don't have influence here. I wish you to be my eyes and ears, and for you to carry an aspect of my power, so that you may do what you must. But I feel our goals are in some ways aligned.
I'm gonna stop wagging your finger. I'm gonna start to head towards the altar.
And remember to sweeten the pot, because you don't know me from anyone else that talks in your head. I did promise a curse would be lifted, and I know that you carry a curse yourself. So does your friend, and I will cure both of those. I will take them from you.
I'll keep heading to the altar then.
Okay, so you head down.
I'll make sure Fleeting's coming with.
Fleeting is, he's kind of used to you talking to yourself at this point, so he just kind of nods and comes along with you. So you head down the flooded tunnel. You remember from before. You remember you fought some oozes and some skeletons, and it's also where you found the Ring of Alertness, which you've been plagued with ever since. That every time you get attacked, it goes, danger, alert, danger.
The Ring of Annoying shit.
That one, exactly. Anyway, you arrive at the altar, and here you remember it from before. There's some dried blood. It's kind of obsidian black, and you remember what happened here all that time ago. The rush after the Dark Mantles to save Neris, and you had to call on the voice to aid you and to carry out this ritual. It instructed you then, and it may well instruct you now. Do you remember the 4 things that you had to contribute for the ritual?
It was, we took a dark mantle, we put it on Neris' head, Brucon stabbed himself, which may not have been necessary, and Leo put a spell, used the spell.
Yep, that's right.
I have no idea if the sacrifice of Brucon stabbing himself was necessary, so I'm going to hold off on doing that, because it's not something normal people do immediately for no reason.
I mean, apart from anything else, Brucon's nowhere near, so you'd have to go back and get him to recreate it. That's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
I didn't use a spell. I just touched Neris. Well, I didn't even touch Neris. I touched the
altar. Yes,
squishy thing.
Yes. You're right. Yes.
No, the
dark mantle. Sorry,
dark mantle on Neris' face. Leo was like, "Okay, wait."
So I'm going to go to the altar.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need me to do?
Well, Sef, I'm sure you'll be relieved that this isn't like a life or death ritual. The components are slightly different. But I still need some material. I require the item.
The ring?
Yes.
I'll
And
put the ring on the altar.
and the other item, the one that you have not been able to rid yourself of yet.
The medallion. Put medallion.
Put it down, and it doesn't transport back to your person. It sits there on the altar. Now, if I am to take the curse from your friend, I need him as well.
Going to turn to Fleeting. Fleeting, come to the altar.
But I am at the altar. He stands
Is he
next to
actually
it,
at the
but
altar?
not touching it. Sorry,
Put
what?
your hand on the altar.
He pulls out his Fair Storm, the Warhammer, and touches the altar with it. I did
Put
this last
your
time.
hand on the altar.
Okay. Only because you're my best friend. Puts his hand on the altar. Yes, a most ancient curse. I'll be sure to take this off your hands. And Sef, if you are to be my champion, I need you to trust me. I need you to lie on the altar.
Can I insight check a voice?
Yes, laughing away. Brilliant. You can insight check the voice, sure.
Cool. So with my plus 0, 20.
20. 20, fair
Natural
enough.
20. I have the plus 0.
Okay, a natural 20, but 20 exactly. He hasn't led you wrong so far. The voice, it seems, has been above board and straight up with you. But, obviously, you are aware of its power and what it did to Malar before when he tried to take the medallion from you. So, yes, that may cause some pause for you. This is not a being you want to trifle with, whatever this is. But he seems honest, at least.
But it has the power to make Malar disappear. This could be a power I want. I'm going to lie down on the altar.
Leo, Brittle, and Marshall's reaction there as well. Right. So yeah, you lie on the altar. As you do, you see a spark, an energy. You hear like an engine starting from the altar. Sparks fly up Fleeting's arm, covering his entire body. He's suddenly illuminated. Completely in a kind of a white-ish glow. His eyes, normally yellow, but they're now burning like torches, looking at you. And you hear him say, "Sef, what's happening?"
Just hold the altar, Fleeting. Don't move, probably.
Sef, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom save, my best one. 12 with a plus 0.
Okay, 12. All right. Suddenly, all your muscles go rigid. You're completely paralyzed at this point, and you can, after saying Fleeting, just keep your hand on the altar. Suddenly, you can't speak anymore. You see the medallion rise up, and you see appearing from it strands that suddenly grow and turns and completes into a necklace. This also seems to have a glow, but that glow soon is it's soon, I guess, smote, and then it seems to be cast in shadow. Despite the light, the beacon of light that Fleeting is, now this medallion is just permanently in darkness and shadow. And it moves closer to you. The necklace hops over your head, and the medallion rests on your chest. The ring also floats up, and then suddenly, at a snap, the sparks stop, The ring disappears. The ring is gone. You are no longer cursed by the ring, but the ring has been taken. It is gone from this world. Everything goes quiet for a moment. And then Fleeting disappears from you. The cavern disappears from you. Everything disappears. Everything disappears from you, Sef. No, he hasn't gone. You, however, are now, again, rigid, not being able to move. But now you're underwater. Very, very deep underwater. Even with your... You can swim, and you can breathe underwater, so you're not drowning. But due to being paralyzed, you can't move currently. But you are aware that you are far, far below the surface. And you can see one being moving in the water away from you in the murkiness of the depths. It draws closer.
Please be hot. Please be hot.
It is a very, very large... It's a humongous entity.
Mermaid.
There are various tendrils coming off of it.
No.
What you're seeing is beyond your comprehension. Just looking at this, it doesn't look possible. You need to make a charisma saving throw.
Did you mispronounce dexterity?
Nope. You're paralyzed, dude. It wouldn't work.
Cool. Charisma +3, 17.
17. Unfortunately, that's not enough. Close, but not quite.
Damn.
Okay. This creature doesn't seem to have any eyes, but it seems to speak, or a mouth, but it seems to speak to you. Doesn't seem to have a face. But you hear the voice again. Now you have seen me. Now you may begin to understand my power, and the power you could possess, Sef. And with a snap, you're back on the altar. The paralysis is worn off. You feel a tingling sensation in your hands and feet. You can move again. But you have short-term madness. So for the next hour, you are in a fit of... you're just striking wildly at anything near you. Fleeting has to physically restrain you. Do you want to make an athletics check?
Sure. Athletics 19.
Okay, well I rolled 19, and Fleeting, I'm sure, has a +1 to his strength. So even if he's not proficient, he restrains you at this point. For part of it, you start wailing on him as much as you can, but he's holding you in place until that passes. An hour later, you suffer a point of exhaustion, but the effect wears off. And you notice the medallion around your neck.
Cool. That was a great hour.
I wouldn't say great. Personally.
Are you okay, Fleeting?
Why did you hit me?
I don't know. It was odd. You're okay. Do you still feel wolfish?
I mean, I didn't ever feel wolfish, but
Okay. We'll test it in a
I
bit.
feel a
We'll
bit
go
weak.
outside and see if I need...
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna hold them, look at the medallion. I'm just gonna go, voice.
Yes. Yes, Sef.
What is your name?
I go by many names, Sef.
Can I
What
have
would you like
one
to
of
call
them?
me? What would you like to call me, Sef?
I'm not the best at naming stuff.
Daddy.
My sword is called. My sword is called. My sword is called Stabby. My horse is called Horsey. I'm not the best at naming stuff.
I see. Then, for now, shall we... You can call me the voice. You could call me Tchechatabagla if you'd like.
Oh, wait, what was that second one?
Tchechatabagla.
Yes,
'Tis an ancient
Cheeky
name.
Pogla. Gotcha.
Tchechatabagla. Gonna write that down.
Did you just make that up?
Nope. Never. Would never make up names.
You can call me Al.
Call me Al. Oh no, he's not one of the gods. No. No. No, he is a different entity entirely.
Okay. Simon.
Tchechatabagla.
You said you don't have a place in this world. This old temple is it important? I had to come here for the ritual. Do you need this place? Are
It is
there other places?
There are others. There can be more. It needs to have a certain resonance with me. Are you hoping to be in? Are you hoping to speak to me more, Sef? Or are you thinking you may need to visit me more often?
I know that gods that give people powers seem to like them having a place of worship. I know all of Malar's gods have very large temples in all the cities. All the cults seem to meet up. The new cult in Hillburg has their own meeting places. There is a pub. I give them a point for creativity.
It is very amusing, isn't it? The vanity of the gods. You know, the dragons of old, they longed to be worshipped. To them, worship was power. Not to me, though. For true power does not need to be acknowledged by someone else. You feel it in the earth, in the air, in the sky.
So you don't need me to get you followers.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
they have their uses, Sef. If you require followers, I won't stop you. I could even help you.
Ooh. Yes.
But if you see yourself
so-
as a god, Sef, make no mistake. Your power comes from me.
And the ritual we just did, what power is that?
The medallion you carry...
I poke Fleeting and I try and cast Cure Wounds.
You can't cast that spell. Nothing happens. He just...
I don't know.
Fleeting Look just kind of grabs your hand and says, No, thank you, Sef. It will become clear in time, Sef. Take some time. Expand your power, and when the time is right, when you have acquired enough power, I will gift you more. The medallion bears many powers, and you will unlock them in your journey. For there is much you need to do. But there are a couple of things to get you started. Try reading his thoughts.
I'm going to try and read Fleeting's thoughts.
So you cast detect thoughts using the medallion. It's a new thing you have.
Diving in the deep end there.
Yeah, I know. It's sort of like, do I just want to hear like a monkey with a little cymbal just sitting there clapping?
And that's the That's the optimistic scenario, if anything.
I wonder what Seth's doing now.
You hear yes.
He touched me.
You hear.
I held his hand. It was good.
The first thought you hear from Fleeting Look, who at this point he has still got his hand on your chest, copying what you've done to him with Cure Wounds. All you hear is him in his head is, "This is the best day of my life."
I turn it off immediately. Too much power.
It is a blessing and a curse, Sef. But there is more that you can do with this. You could speak to him with your mind if you want.
Excellent. I will thank you for the gift.
Use it wisely, Sef. I will be
Before we
keeping an eye.
go,
Yes.
I just have 2 questions.
2.
The rats that used to serve the your last follower,
Yes.
his familiar. Does he
Yes.
hold any ties to you? Because I don't like him and I'm half gonna kill him. Just want to check that's not gonna piss you off.
Oh no. That rat was the creation of its master. The Rat King, as he called himself. He has no title.
All I needed to know. Perfect. That's very, very good to know.
You will kill many
And-
rats in your time, Sef, just as you have killed many hounds in your time, and more still to
Oh.
come.
Oh, you.
I see these things, Sef. I hear them, and I will continue to watch your progress.
The second question. The girl that died here before. You brought her back. Other people have been looking for her, trying to take the power from her. Do you know anything about anything that was in her? Her blood seems to have some connection.
Make a persuasion check, Sef.
Can I use my inspiration?
Of course you can use your inspiration. Good call, by the way.
Yeah. Cool. Vision. That is 22.
22. Oh, that is pretty persuasive to your new patron. I know much of what they seek, Sef. You see, did you ever wonder where your friend got her powers? Her sorcery?
You said she was born with it.
Yes. She was born in Kothar, the domain of Ushtag the Deceiver, the so-called greatest of the dragons of old, the Red Dragon. Her blood carries some of Ushtag's magic. That is where she gets her power, and that is what those acolytes, shall we say, crave.
And those acolytes, any issue with us exterminating them? You know, your view to other gods.
Quite the opposite, Sef. They're in my way.
So you have zero problem with us exterminating them.
None at
Especially since
all.
they're the ones that came here and destroyed the building above your ground.
Yes. Unfortunate, but not the worst thing that could happen. I think they will be a good test of your powers, so by all means, vanquish them. Prove you are more powerful than they. Prove your might and that my faith was well placed in you, Sef, and I shall give you even more gifts. Hello, Family Fantasy RPG. Thanks for tuning in.
To not be greedy of the gift. may I ask for one more?
Another gift?
To show other people your power. You cured Fleeting of his werewolf curse. There are others with the curse. The gods in that city are too weak to cure them. If I could show them your power and cure them with your power, they would see your strength above the 8.
What are you proposing?
I had to bring Fleeting here to
Yes.
cure him. And as you said, you need a champion in this world to spread your sight, your power across this land. So let me start that journey. Let me take something of your power to go cure these people of their curse and let your word spread.
I believe I have given you plenty of gifts today. That being said, perhaps this is something I can gift you going forward. But I feel at this point in our relationship that I have given you quite enough. And now it is time for you to show my faith is well placed. But in time, once you have proved yourself, I will indeed reconsider your proposal.
I'll bring you some of those acolytes from those who have defiled your ground, and to show you our commitment.
But dispatching them is all that is required, Sef. I will see and I will hear. I will watch your progress. You can bring them here if you would like. Perhaps I could have use for them, but I will give you the tools to vanquish foes, a weapon unlike any other. But you must prove to me first before I give it to you. Prove that you are capable even without it.
Then I'll be on my way.
Excellent. Welcome, Sef. I hope this is a long and profitable relationship.
And with that, I'm going to turn to Fleeting and say, did you hear any of the other side of the conversation?
Yes.
Not my side, the other side.
Yep.
You could hear the voice.
Yep.
Can you hear a voice in your head now?
Yep.
Okay, it's not the same voice. No, never mind. I don't know why I tried.
Okay.
That's just the normal voice in your head, Fleeting.
Yeah.
You're just probably giving it a different accent.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, Fleeting, let's go.
I mean, it might be Keith. He sometimes talks to me.
Wait, you talk to the gods?
I think so. I mean, I did once
Tell
in the
Malar.
forest.
Tell
I
Malar
did.
immediately when we see him.
Okay.
Tell Malar every time the gods talk to you.
Where are we going?
He'll love it.
Where are we going now?
Just before we head back to town, we're going to go see if we can get a few gifts from that mine that we went through before.
Oh, yes. I remember. Yes.
Is it nighttime now?
I mean, you're in a cavern, so you don't really know. But the hour has been growing late.
Cool. Let's leave, and I'm going to let Fleeting leave first, and I'm going to have my silver rapier drawn behind him. He's still a werewolf.
Ah, okay. So the door opens. So he opens the cellar door out into the moonlight, because it is night. He doesn't change. He seems normal as Fleeting would be.
I am going to put my silver rapier away before he realizes I had it out. And pointed at his back.
Good points. Okay, well, in fairness, I rolled a 19 on his perception, but I know that... Anyway, so he does notice you putting it away, and he just looks from the
Look,
rapier
can
to
I
your
do a
eyes.
Sleight of hand check?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, go for it. But he definitely heard the... Knows something's
Cool.
going on.
Sleight of hand is +8, so that is 25.
All right, so he senses a movement behind him, turns around and sees you just not moving, and just kind of nods. Wind.
Let's go to the mine.
Okay. Maybe we should sleep first. It's a bit late.
Is the cellar secure to sleep in
Yeah, relatively.
for a destroyed building?
Still intact.
We'll sleep there. We'll sleep there for the night, and then we head to the mine in the morning.
All right, so you sleep there. In the morning, you head on over to the cave where you guys fought the basilisk. Takes you many hours travel, but you've got horses, so that a horse and a capybara, so that makes you a little bit quicker. So it only takes maybe 5 hours. Meantime, back in Hillburg, Malar, you've been doing some research, and you have happened upon about these bone daggers that it is rumoured that there are daggers possessed by each of the great houses in the Crowflies. You now, and with that information, you believe you wanted to do something with that.
I've got to get the right. I've got to get the book. Hang on.
Put on the
Pretty sure
spot.
I
Sorry.
wrote it down.
Caught you off guard. Actually, I think it's in the Discord as well.
This is to the guy that we all know, right? Yeah.
To who? Sorry.
The guy that we all know, the guy that we have met. Yeah.
Oh, Howland Cragmere.
I was going to build up to it, but fine. Okay, yes, it is to
I'm
Howland,
sorry.
yeah?
I thought it was a genuine question. I'm so sorry, Dave. Sorry. Oh no.
Mara will burn his. To send a message. Dragon bone blades and crowflies. Red mages have interest. Spread the word across houses. Be wary. Be safe. Deacon Malashi. And that was sent to Howland Cragmere of vassal to House Bron.
That's it. And after a moment or so, you hear a voice come back. Red mages, you say? Haven't heard of dragon bone blades? Will inform Lord Gant. We moor outside Grenforth tomorrow. My thanks, Deacon Shadecreek.
Or Midge, come back to
First person sending to who's responded correctly.
I know, right?
Maybe it's not his first rodeo. Who knows? But yeah, so you get from that, he'll inform Lord Gant. They're on the way back at the moment at sea. All right. Flicking back to Sef and Fleeting. So you get to the cave. Can you make a history check for me, Sef?
Can I say where the diamond part is of the mine without making a history check?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, you can forego it
So
if you know exactly where it is.
If you go in, it's on the right after about 25 feet. When you walk in, there's a cavern to the right, which leads in.
Yep.
It was also the same one that had some mushrooms down the end, which attacked, which Neris burned.
Yes. Yes, perfect. All right, yeah, no history check required. Yep, you know exactly where the ore deposit is. So you head on in there with Fleeting.
If
Are you
we've
just
done
walking
something
in, or
stupid there, I remember it.
are you just walking in, or are you stealthing in? You would remember there are still, swarms of bats in that cave. Who knows what else since you've been gone?
No, there's no need to be stealthy-ish. I mean, I'll throw like a rock in to make sure that no bats are going to come out. We killed all the bigger things in there.
You throw a rock in. It seems at least in. It seems at least in the part of the cave that you're heading to that there doesn't seem to be any disturbance when you throw a rock. Nothing seems to stir.
I'm going to ask Fleeting if he can thaumaturgy his voice to tell what's ever in there to fuck off.
Of course. Fuck off! He thaumaturgies his voice. And just, fuck. And then you hear some squeaking in the background. It gets closer and closer and closer before you hear a rumble and a rush as swarms of bats fly straight past you guys, because you're in the right-hand tunnel, and straight out of the cave. Fleeting obviously moving over to where you are.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
Let's go see him. Thank you, Fleeting. You did that really, really well. Well done. I'm going to give him I'm going to take out like any type of biscuits or food I have, and I'm going to give him He did well.
And he takes it and eats it before saying, "I'm a lance," and points to his badge.
Yes, you are.
So we mining then?
Yes. So head over to the mining point.
All right.
Gonna try and mine some diamonds.
So, so in this alcove, you can see the glimmer again of these gemstones in there. You've got your pickaxes, which should help. All right. So, make an attack roll, please. Now you're using the pickaxe, so it's strength rather than dex, but proficient. You will say you're proficient with it. Okay.
So my strength is +1, so +4 overall.
Yep. And you'll have advantage because Fleeting's helping you.
Ah, fantastic. That's worse. 18.
18. You manage to dislodge some gems. You get some amethyst and some quartz. But getting that off of the wall, it reveals more of the much larger diamond that's cemented in the wall.
Yes, I really, really want to get the diamonds. I'd like to focus around them.
Okay. So make one more with advantage, and we'll say that this will be basically covering the next few hours of you mining to see what you get. Okay.
Yes. 21.
21. All right. With the, it's very hard to get this diamond out. It is so embossed, kind of, into the wall. It's obviously, diamonds normally would be further in anyway. But with your efforts, concerted efforts through the next few hours, in fact, it takes you most of the day doing this mining, but eventually you do get that diamond out. The diamond on its own is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Yes.
The rest of the gems that you get combined to for your day's work, combined to a total of 320 gold pieces.
Oh shit! I wasn't expecting actual money.
So assorted gems, 320 gold pieces, and 1,000 gold piece diamond.
Cool.
That's what you get, the two of you.
That is Revivify worthy.
That's a full day's worth of mining with your pickaxe, and by the end of the day, the pickaxe is worn down. It's going to need repairing and sharpening before it's used again. You also suffer a point of exhaustion, the pair of you, for your day's work.
When we go to leave, I'm going to ask Fleeting if he can use his Thunderwave hammer on the entrance to block it off, so that no one can come in and take the diamonds while we're gone.
Not while we're inside.
no, outside, and I run out the cave.
Okay. And he comes out as well. He stops for a moment, then he comes out, and he climbs up on top of the kind of the mouth of the cave, before Thunderwave, and it just collapses down below him. In fact, okay, I didn't roll very well on his dexterity saving throw, so he falls down with the rubble underneath him and kind of rolls and falls, collapses in a heap by you.
Good job, Fleeting, and I give him another.
And this time you don't need to use detect thoughts because he says what he's thinking, and he says, "This is the best day ever."
Go. We're gonna camp out, and then we're gonna be heading back to town.
All
That
right.
is our 3 days.
That is your 3 days. So by the end of all that, with your now saddle, because you did get some saddle for Horsey and some saddlebags, so you load up the saddlebags with your haul of diamonds and jewels, and yeah, you guys head on back the next day. It takes you the last day or so that you arrive late in the evening and find that you've missed the funeral, and you're back with the others. And now we're going to cycle back forward again to present day with the rest of you. So everyone, you've been you've been gathering your information. You've now pulled your sources together. What's your next move, guys? What are you planning to do before the meeting?
Human bait plan. Human bait plan, everyone.
Sorry,
Sorry.
say again?
Gnome bait. We're going to use the proprietor of the shop as gnome bait.
that was the plan, wasn't it? Oh, hang
She's
on.
currently in the
Wasn't it-
shop.
There was the meet. It wasn't it going to the meeting.
That's at night. We're still like middle of the day-ish.
Right.
So we
I
thought
thought
we'd try and
I thought you'd been
Yeah.
to see Bell and then you'd left and bumped into Grunt, the bouncer.
yes, but
I can't
that was on the way
remember.
back to. That was just on the way back to grab Fleeting because we were going to grab the party to use her as human bait. Gnome bait. Sorry. Because you and Mal are at the library, so me and Leo didn't want to do it just by ourselves. We wanted to make sure we had the whole party for gnome bait
right,
plan.
gotcha, okay.
When do I get the burn the birds? There it is. You can see the glint of flame in her eyes.
Maybe today. We were going to head to the tower. Get our gnome bait going on.
Fine.
Anyone?
It sounds like a great plan, best friend.
When do we know what time of day the other people who went missing? I can't remember.
You know when her brother, the gnome Bantam, quickly went missing. That was at night.
It was just after. Yeah.
Yeah, during late hours of the wake. As for the others, you could ask around, see if anyone's gathered when they went missing, if you want to. But otherwise, you don't really know at this point.
We've got a day to kill. We might as well spend it in the park waiting for birds.
Well, I mean, okay. Yeah, all right, fine.
Okay. So are you guys going to go get Belle and explain the plan? Because you're in the market at the moment. She's in the shop.
Yes. And on the way, I'm going to pull Malar aside. I'm going to say to him, I know you have some components for bringing people back from the dead. Has almost happened a couple times. So, yeah. And I'm going to give him the 1,000 gold diamonds.
You've
Mr.
broken
Sef,
Mallow.
Hey,
really,
that's my thing. You've stolen. I'm suing you. That's trademarking.
Damn, it was in the same
Oh,
stream. We've seen it now.
Mr. Sef, this really is far too generous. I I would need but a fraction of a diamond, a fraction of this worth. No, Mr. Sef, you should take this and liquidate it yourself, and then something maybe a third of the size. I appreciate the gesture, but it really is quite a responsibility. So
break it up and then revive 2 people.
Break a diamond, Mr. Sef. I have some game in that department, but I am not. Diamonds are very difficult to.
Well,
I was way too slow to screen grab that. That's very upsetting.
I'll leave you on diamond control of reviving people if we go down. I don't. Do you need the diamond to help with strokes? Are you okay?
Oh, Mr. Sef, would you be offended if I attempted to reduce this in size to smaller portions?
No, if it helps with bringing us back if we die, go for it.
Thank you, Mr. Sef. I will be around for plan gnome bait, but this is more pressing right now. Excuse me. And Malar peels off and goes in.
Goes where, sorry?
Just into the market. He's trying to find somebody that might be able to. He can exchange this one very large diamond for a number of smaller diamonds of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
As he leaves, I'm like, I shouldn't have given it early.
Could have given him the other gems. Oh no, never mind. So you got.
Do they work? I thought it was just diamond.
No. Only diamonds work for the spell, but I mean, if he's going to exchange it, you could have given him something that was worth slightly less, and he could have exchanged it for the same thing. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. You wouldn't have known that. You wouldn't have known he was going to do that, so it's fine.
Malar's going to hand back a bunch of gold or diamonds. Don't worry.
So the rest of you, are you going to swing by bits and pieces, grab Bell, explain what's going on, while Malar's figuring out bartering with diamonds and things?
Go grab our bait.
Okay, so you go into the shop, with you guys as well, and Bell, sort of eyes Seth straight away. Has a bit of soft sort of Seth. Who doesn't? So, Seth, what is the plan? What are we doing? Hello, I am Bell. I am apparently now one of your party for a little while.
Well.
No, it's Bell.
Well.
Bell.
No, it's Bell quickly.
Well, we'll call you Well. And welcome to the team.
Well, what?
What can you do out of interest? I mean, obviously sell amazing things, and
Of course, although my brother is more of the teller, but I can go around not being seen very well, and I have my own little tricks, as it were. And she performs a minor illusion for you. Makes a box appear about her person. In fact, it's so big, this box, that you can't see her at all.
We need you to do the exact opposite of that and be seen by giant birds.
Oh, I can do that as well. Hang on. And she starts making sparks appear above her.
Perfect. Let's go to the watchtower.
Okay. I will follow you then. Bell with the large box. You finally fancy RPG. Before you leave the shop with her, Fleeting stops her. Could I buy some bread? Yes, of course. And she just hands him some bread. Don't worry about it. It is part of the group now. You can have some bread. And Fleeting takes the bread and follows you out.
Sure.
Okay. That happened.
On the way, I just like to say to Brucon, in case the plan goes completely south and we fuck up and she gets taken, have this. And I'm going to give him the potion of flying. You're the fastest one. If the bird is getting away, drink this and it will let you fly after it. Don't just drink it, because it's really expensive and I really want to sell it. But if it all goes south and something starts taking Bell, drink this and you'll be able to fly for an hour to chase and beat up the bird.
Brucon looks at Sef, and then at the potion, and then back across a couple of times. Gives and then focuses on the potion. What is it? What are we looking at appearance-wise here? Is its container transparent, translucent, tinted? What are we color?
It's translucent.
I think it's meant to have like clouds and stuff appear in it or something.
That's right. Yeah, like clouds and feathers.
Right. Okay. I thought you said clowns.
No, not clowns. I heard clowns as well. I was like, no, definitely not.
Why?
I have a phobia. No.
This potion's clear liquid floats at the top of its container and has cloudy white impurities drifting in it.
Okay, Brucon kind of slowly inspects it and sort of cautiously, is it stoppered with a cork?
Yep.
Brucon unstoppers it, gives it a little savors the bouquet. What do we? Does it have a detectable odor?
Make a perception check.
John Burkow on this.
Actually, I'll give you.
That's already a mega dated reference, isn't it?
Are you sorry? Are you proficient in perception? Because if not, you can use brewer's supplies. Because you're proficient with those, aren't you?
Not proficient in perception, but yes, proficient with brewer's supplies.
So yeah, wisdom. So a wisdom check, but add proficiency for brewer's supplies.
Oh,
supplies, mother.
Yeah, indeed. Supplies, mother trucker. That was not a good roll. 11.
11. It's not got it doesn't have a strong odor. Maybe there's a faint sort of smoke, but other than that, it's hardly anything noteworthy about it.
Oh, okay. Brucon stoppers it up again, stows it in his pack, turns to Sef and goes, well, that's the opportunities are boundless here. I'll do my best to be a good custodian of this magical liquid. Thank you very much.
Please don't drink it unless we need to, because it's really, really, really expensive, and I want to sell it.
Oh, okay. Special occasions sort of job. I have you. Okay. Understood.
As he starts walking away, he can just hear me whispering, "Maybe you don't need to drink."
Okay. So you guys are heading up towards the park, right? Malar, meanwhile, is you're bartering at the market. So Malar, can you make a persuasion check as you're trying to, find... This is to try and help you gather who you can sell this with or trade with, who might have diamonds or similar items.
I'm going to burn my inspiration on this as well.
Okay.
So, roll with advantage.
Is that
Persuasion.
a good Malar Grumble or
Persuasion,
a bad
yeah.
Malar Grumble? They're very similar.
It's a 9.
9. With a 9, plenty of people want to take the diamond off your hands. Nobody in the market is a diamond or mining trader. They suggest, well, mining is a sought-after trade, particularly in the kind of Cold War with Rachir. So your best bet is either to speak with a representative of the Miners Guild, which would be based in Rundar, the capital, or to try your luck around the mountainside. That's the Rakgurat or the Rakna Mountains, in one of the various mines that are stationed around there. You might be able to, you'll more likely find a trader there.
Just for reference, Malar is putting that diamond somewhere exceptionally safe about his person, like inside pocket of something somewhere.
just
It
imagining
probably
him as a
jabs into him.
Diamond mule.
Exactly, yeah.
I just picture Malar walking down the street holding a diamond bigger than his fist, going, "Oh, do you want this? Oh, do you want to buy this?" And just every thief in town now targets Malar.
I've got a better mental image for you on this one, James. Imagine Malar coming out of a shop dressed as a pimp.
With the diamond on the cane.
Well, hello there.
Top of his quarterstaff has a diamond on it. Amazing.
Hat
Excellent.
with a brim this wide, made entirely of purple fur.
Ah,
Yes.
yes, so much more positive. I was imagining Malar trying to hide this thing and going to the watch scene from
That's where I was going to.
yeah.
Not pretty. Anyway, he goes to great lengths to hide this diamond, very large diamond, from view, before meeting with the rest of you. Now, so Family Fantasy RPGs just said, I'm really hoping Leobrin's HP in D&D Beyond is wrong. Well, no, Family Fantasy... Sorry, it's his first time for Family Fantasy RPG. No, it's not, because minus Constitution and rolling hit points every level. He genuinely has that many. He is the glassiest of glass cannons.
The highest I
Horse is
believe...
stronger than him.
I believe the highest you've rolled for actual legit HP improvements is 2.
I think so. Yeah, I'll have to check. It's either 2 or 3.
I think it might have been a 3 that then got put down to a 2
Yeah.
because obviously minus Constitution. Yeah, sounds
Leobrin
about right.
is
Look-
squishy.
look at the
Leobrin
numbers.
is exceedingly fragile.
I heard that
We
the
love
song Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi was actually about Leobrin.
For
Well
being
over
that
halfway
squishy, you have
there.
taken more damage from a ceiling than from any enemy we've
It's true, we've
encountered.
done an extremely good job of insulating Leobrin.
Yeah,
He's been standing in a safe place, only having ceilings to fall on him. So, you know.
highest roll is a 3 that was knocked down to a 2 because none of my rolls can have been an basically, yeah, the amount of H weights to add has been like 1 1 1 1 2. Or yeah, 1 1 1 2.
It can only go up. We will see. You can get one shot by like a CR1. Well, yes.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Maybe he will.
Crit from
Who
a
knows?
crit from a wolf. Crit from a wolf would kill me.
There's been a few things where we've gone, yep, that would kill Leobrin. No, that would kill Leobrin. It's like, well, yeah.
No, CR1 creature. Wait. No, yeah, CR1 creatures would. Yeah, good times. Anyway, continue
Anyway,
on with the game.
Anyway, that aside, so explain to me, guys, what your plan is with Gnome Bait. Where are you positioning her? Where are you guys going to be? What's the layout?
I thought we could commandeer that tower, and one of us go up top to keep an eye out. And I'm gonna say, because I can do this now, and I'm gonna run really far away, and then I'm gonna point at one person. I don't care who, Leo, and I'm gonna say, Leo, you're the only one that can hear this.
He's used message.
Yes.
Yes, I can. Good.
And
For you.
and the others now just think he's talking to himself.
No, I think I respond in a whisper as well.
Yeah, that's how it works, exactly. Otherwise,
And then
that'd be
I
really
point to
awkward.
Mala. And then I point to Mala and be like, now only you can hear this message. Then I point to Brucon. Now you can only hear this message.
Mr.
Brucom-
Seth, what have you done here?
Brucon pulls the potion of flying back out, unstoppers it again, and gives it a really...
No, stop. What are you doing? Stop.
And then looks around and goes, guys, Seth,
Triple
potion's
run back.
making-
Triple run back.
this
triple
potion's
dash
giving me
back.
psychic powers. This is amazing. It's only supposed to be a potion of flying. Incredible.
No, I can cast a message now, so if I go up the top of the tower, I don't need to scream at you to let you know that a giant bird is coming.
Oh, I see. Okay.
How? Yeah. The
Brucon
towers-
takes another... Brucon takes another sniff, just to be sure.
But nothing, what are you, why? What's the...
I mean, he's not drinking it. He's not drinking
Yeah.
it. It's just inhaling the fumes.
Oh my god, I think I've still got some beer. I passed that to him. Sniff this instead.
He's getting high but not flying.
Neris is just looking witheringly at Seth And then when you draw eyes with her, she says, "Message me unless it's an emergency, and I will burn your retinas."
God, that's eerily Marta.
Thanks. I mean, Neris, not Marta, to be clear.
No, James means Marta.
No.
She never threatened to burn my retinas. I feel like I'm missing out. All right.
If we come and do that tower, and like maybe me and Brucon be at the top of the tower or something, everyone else hides around, and Belle is super obvious about her location.
Sure. I can stand here in the open, and the others can. There are plenty of bushes around and things that they can hide in. There's not a problem. And Fleeting just kind of nods. And yeah, so you guys can move into hiding. So who's going up the tower? Sorry.
Yeah, Sef seems the obvious choice because he's got by far the best shot at successfully concealing himself up there.
Okay, good.
But sneaky roguelike.
Sneaky. So you get up to the top of the tower. Steph, do you want to make a stealth check? Actually, no. Scratch that. We'll actually, given the time, scratch that there. We'll pick that up next time. But when you get to the top of the tower, Seth, you observe down below, everyone's taking up their positions, and you notice Fleeting Look has pulled out his bread and is tearing off pieces and throwing it on the ground.
Why?
Love that guy.
Why do you think? Why would you chuck bread on the ground?
Oh my god, it's for a bird.
Dan, come back soon, please. That was in honor of you. Let's call it for today there, as you guys are getting in position. Sorry, Bart, go ahead.
Fitting tribute, I feel. It's
Oh
what he
my
would have.
gosh.
It's what he would have wanted.
It's what he would have wanted. Got his giant capybara and some bread. He's having a lovely time. And he's no longer a werewolf. Not that you guys know that, but Seth knows that. So that's good.
I can't believe I didn't put that bread stuff together.
I wouldn't say long form comedy, but certainly there was mid form. There was a little bit of a delay on that one. But anyway, let's call it there. So you guys are getting in position. We'll pick it up from here next time as you guys are ready for your ambush. That'll be it for this week. We'll be back same time next week. That's 6 p.m. here on the channel, 6 p.m. on Monday. But we'll be back before then, or at least I will on Friday for a long overdue campaign diary. That's at 5 p.m. on Friday, where I'll be wrapping up everything that's gone on in the last 4 sessions. So quite a lot of ground to cover, including the downtime stuff that these guys have been up to now that we've finally got everyone's downtime covered. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Family Fantasy RPG, who's just started following us here. Thank you very much. Thank you all for tuning in. And if you're not already and want to catch up on the campaign, if you're new to it, come check out our YouTube channel. Got every single episode from the very beginning, all in one very neat playlist, along with lots of other material too. There's a link to it on our Twitch page. Just go down and find it. Anyway, thank you guys for playing. Thank you at home for watching and joining in the chat. And until next time, guys, everyone, look after each other, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.